I never thought I'd be making a video like this. I'm 47 years old. Last month, I went to the hospital because my legs kept going numb. I thought it was stress. It wasn't. It's a rare spinal disease. The doctor said I'll slowly lose the ability to walk. Then my hands. Then eventually I'll need help with everything. He didn't give me an exact timeline, just said a few years if you're lucky. I drove home and sat in my car for almost an hour. Didn't cry, didn't call anyone, just stared at the steering wheel like it might explain what just happened. People always think moments like that are dramatic, like you fall apart or start screaming. But it was quiet, too quiet. I kept replaying the doctor's voice in my head, the way he said it like he was reading the weather. Not cold, not warm, just calm. A few years, if you're lucky. That sentence didn't feel real. It still doesn't. I thought about all the things I'd worried about that morning. Deadlines, bills, being late for work. Things that suddenly felt stupid. I'm not rich. I'm not famous. I'm just a normal guy who worked a lot and thought that was enough. Warehouse supervisor. Night shifts. Overtime whenever they offered it. Always tired. Always saying, just one more month, then it'll get easier. I told myself I was doing it for my family, that I was being responsible, that this is what a good man does. But sitting in that car, I finally admitted something I'd avoided for years. I wasn't working for my family. I was hiding in work. It was easier than being present, easier than having real conversations, easier than facing how disconnected I'd become from my own life. Work gave me an excuse, an identity, a reason to not feel guilty about missing things. I didn't have to think. I just had to show up and be tired. And now, for the first time, I couldn't distract myself anymore. No schedule, no tasks, no noise, just me, in a parking lot, realizing that I spent most of my life busy, and I couldn't remember the last time I felt actually alive. My daughter is 14. She's taller than her mother now. She rolls her eyes when I try to give advice. She laughs at videos I don't understand. Last week, she sat next to me on the couch while I was scrolling on my phone. She asked, "Do you remember when you taught me how to swim?" I looked up and smiled like I did, but I didn't. I searched my memory, and there was nothing there. No pool, no summer, no moment. So I said, "Yeah, I think so." She shook her head. "Mom did. You were always at work." She didn't say it angrily. She didn't say it to hurt me. She said it like it was just a fact, and somehow that made it worse. I tried to think of other things I taught her. How to ride a bike. How to tie her shoes. How to do homework. Most of the memories had her mother in them. Not me. I was there in pictures, standing in the background, holding a bag, looking tired. I thought about all the nights I came home late and kissed her while she was asleep. All the weekends, I said. Next time. All the times I promised I'd be around more. She doesn't complain about it. That's the scary part. She's used to it. She's grown up with a father who was technically present, but emotionally somewhere else. And now, sitting there with her, knowing I won't always be here, I realized something I never let myself admit. I didn't miss her childhood, because I was unlucky. I missed it because I chose work over her, again and again, in 1,000 small ways that didn't feel important at the time. And now those small choices are all I can see. There are so many small things I can't stop thinking about now. Not big dreams, not things you put on a bucket list. Just normal moments that felt too ordinary to matter back then. Sitting on the floor and playing with my kids, instead of sitting on the couch half asleep. Taking my wife out for coffee, without checking my phone every 5 minutes. Going for walks with no destination, no purpose, no reason other than just being outside. I used to think those things were a waste of time. I thought real life was about being productive, about getting things done, about always moving forward. So I postponed the simple stuff. I told myself I'd do it later, when things were less busy, when I had more energy, when work wasn't so stressful. But later never came. Life just kept stacking days on top of each other, and I kept waiting for the moment when everything would calm down. It never did. Every week looked like the one before it. Same routine, same excuses, same tired feeling in my body. Now I think about how many evenings I spent staring at a screen, scrolling through things I don't even remember, while real life was happening in the same room. My kids grew, my wife aged, and I barely noticed. I didn't lose those moments, because something tragic happened. I lost them because nothing dramatic happened at all. Just ordinary days. Quiet choices, small delays. And now that I'm forced to slow down, Those are the moments I want back the most. Not promotions, not achievements, just the boring, simple parts of life that I was always too busy to be present for. Now I wake up and my legs feel weaker. Not every day, but often enough that I notice. Sometimes it's just stiffness. Sometimes it's like they don't respond right away. Like there's a small delay between my brain and my body. Some days I drop things because my hands shake. A cup, my keys, a plate. Nothing serious. But every time it happens, my stomach sinks, because I know what it means. The doctor said it will start small. Little changes, easy to ignore. Until one day they're not small anymore. And every time I notice something new, I think the same thing. This is the strongest I will ever be again. And I didn't even use it. I didn't climb mountains. I didn't travel. I didn't run. I didn't even walk for fun. I used my body to sit in a chair, to drive to work, to come home tired. That was it. I thought my body would always be there, that it would just keep working quietly in the background. I never thought about it, never thanked it, never treated it like something temporary. Now I feel every movement, every step, every breath. I catch myself holding onto railings, choosing chairs with armrests, avoiding stairs, not because I need to yet, but because I'm afraid of the day I will. And what hurts the most is knowing this. I didn't lose my strength doing something meaningful. I lost it sitting still, scrolling, waiting, putting life off. Now that my body is slowly leaving me, I finally understand how much of it I wasted. Messages beyond this point are only visible to you. My wife told me something last night that broke me. We were sitting at the kitchen table. No TV on, no phones, just quiet. She said, I wish we had more memories together. We mostly just have routines. She didn't say it angrily. She didn't raise her voice. That's what made it hurt so much. Because she was right. We paid the bills. We kept the house running. We raised our kids. We did everything we were supposed to do. But somewhere along the way, we stopped doing things just because we wanted to. Our days became schedules. Wake up, work, eat, sleep, repeat. We talked about groceries, school, appointments. Not dreams, not feelings, not us. I thought stability was enough. I thought being there physically was the same as being present. It wasn't. Now I think about all the times I said no. No to trips because they were too expensive. No to photos because I felt tired or looked bad. No to staying up late talking because I had work in the morning. No to things that didn't feel useful or productive. I thought I was making smart choices. But what I was really doing was choosing comfort over connection, routine over memories, later over now. And the truth is, nothing terrible happened to us. That's the scary part. There was no big fight, no breakup, no disaster. Just years quietly slipping by. I didn't ruin my life. I didn't fail as a husband. I just kept postponing the part that mattered most. And now, knowing how limited my time might be, I see how dangerous that is. Because life doesn't warn you when you're running out of chances. It just keeps going until one day you realize how much you assumed you'd always have. And by then, so much of it is already gone. The scariest part is this. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't make a huge mistake. I didn't ruin my life. I just postponed it. And that's what makes this so dangerous. Because most people watching this are doing the same thing. You're not lazy. You're not failing. You're just waiting. Waiting for more money. Waiting for more time. Waiting to feel less tired. But one day your body changes. Or someone you love is gone. Or you get news you didn't expect. And suddenly, later, disappears. I used to think death was the scary part. Now I know it's regret. Regret is what keeps you awake. Regret is what hurts in quiet moments. Regret is realizing you had chances and didn't take them. I don't know how bad my condition will get. I just know I won't be able to do a lot of things soon. And I keep thinking, why did it take losing my body to start caring about my life? So if you're watching this and thinking, I'll start living when things calm down, they won't. Call someone today. Go outside. Sit with your kids. Turn off your phone. Do something pointless and slow. Because the strongest version of you is right now. And I promise you this, one day you'll wish you could come back to today. Exactly how you are. Exactly where you are. And you won't be able to.